could share some of the postpartum exercises that I did following both of my children. Obviously, don't let this replace any medical advice, and I do really feel like after having a baby, you know your own body best. So always listen to your own body. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good. If you want to learn more about any of these exercises, or if you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help. But it is going to be more of a broad overlook and things that worked for me today. So it's hard for me to give individual, really specific advice unless I'm seeing you as a one-on-one client. But I will just start off with a visualization that really helped me when doing my pelvic floor work, and that is a clock face. So if you imagine on your clock, you've got your pubic bone, your tailbone, and your 2 hip points. It might even help here to sit cross-legged and perhaps just rock gently side to side until you can feel those 2 hip points. Then closing down the eyes, visualizing this clock face. Thinking about a deep inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, drawing these 4 points together inwards and upwards, and then soften and release. One more just like that, big inhale breath. As you exhale, draw those 4 points together inwards and upwards, perhaps hold for a moment, and slowly release. So practicing doing these pelvic floor lifts really helped me throughout pregnancy as well as postpartum. You often just get told, pretend like you're holding your wee, but it really is thinking of that drawing inwards and upwards of all those 4 points. I found that really helped me. So that brings us to our first exercise that I did straight away post-birth, is those diaphragmatic breaths, which basically means really deep breaths, breathing in through the nose all the way down to the lower belly and out through the nose. Closing down the eyes really helped me here, and it also helped me just to notice if I wasn't holding any tension anywhere. Particularly with breastfeeding, you do tend to get quite stiff through the upper body, so just relaxing those shoulders down, relaxing through the jawline as you're doing those deep diaphragmatic breaths. Another exercise that I did straight away again is those pelvic tilts. So lying down onto your back here. I like to just have my fingertips in my pelvic points here, my hip points, and just beginning to slowly rock the pelvis forward and back. So I'm pressing both of the soles of my feet down into the earth. I'm feeling a little rock up and down the vertebrae here, and I'm thinking about engaging my pelvic floor, engaging my transverse abdominis muscles. So for all of these exercises I'm going to run through today, it is really important that we're thinking of that pelvic floor lift and engaging those deep core muscles before we begin. We'll move on to another exercise now here. The breathing and the pelvic tilts can be done pretty much straight away. These rest of them I probably began within the first week or so after birth, but again, listen to your body, see how you are feeling. We've got our heel slides here. So thinking of lifting up navel, lifting up pelvic floor, keeping transverse abdominis engaged here. You send one heel out, and as you exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, extend the other heel out. Exhale, draw it in. These exercises might seem really slow here and like they're not doing much at all, but they are going to really help with that repair of any diastis recti, so that separation between your abdominals. It's going to help just to show you again what it feels like to activate your pelvic floor. Sometimes for a little while it can be like, hey, hello pelvic floor, where are you? Hello core muscles, where have you gone? So I'd probably say do around 10 of those heel slides. All these exercises, it's a good idea to maybe pick between 2 or 3 to do each day. Don't do too much too soon. Again, always listen to your body. Another exercise here we have is our bridge lifts. So pressing our feet down into the earth, tucking under the pelvis, we're just lifting those hips up. We still want to keep our core engagement. Slowly rippling down one vertebrae at a time, then tucking the pelvis, lifting again. You can hear Lennox in the background just having a few little grizzles. I'll get him down with me here if he's not happy in a moment. So try not to hold too much tension through the glutes. It is going to strengthen the glutes slightly, but keeping that core engaged is where we're focusing on here. If you want to go with the breath here, perhaps inhale, lift, exhale, hold, inhale, lower, exhale, hold. All right, I'm just going to grab my little workout buddy with me. Hey, sweetie. You want to come down here as well? All right. Another really helpful exercise here. Where are you going to sit? Do you want to sit on here? Mum life. Sorry, everyone. Hey. Another good exercise here is lying down, knees to the ceiling. We open one knee out to the side. Exhale, breath, engage through that core, lift it back up. Inhale, open to the other side. Exhale, draw that knee up. Hi, buddy. Inhale, open the knee. Exhale, draw back in. We're activating through our core. So again, just 5 to 10 on each side. This video might be cut a little short. Sorry, you guys. Another exercise here, hey, sweetie. Another exercise is our single leg circles. Cheeky bum bum. Can you let me finish my video, please? Can you let me finish, Smoney? Alrighty. Another exercise here. Our single leg circles. So we're lifting one leg up to the ceiling, turn out from the head of the femur here, so all the way up to the hip. Inhale, lower the leg, exhale, circle out and around. Really important here that we're keeping the other knee straight up towards the ceiling, keeping our core engaged and keeping that turn out from the upper part of the leg the whole time. Try not to let this leg open out to the side. Stay nice and firm here. It's as if you're trying to almost just close down the gap here as well a little bit from the lower back onto the floor. So we've got those single leg circles as well, obviously doing them on both sides. And with all of these exercises, the slower and more controlled you can do them, the better here. We also have I'll just do 2 more because I don't know how long Lenny's going to let me go for. From these bridges, once you've got them under control with the rocks up and down, you can hold the bridge here, keep the core engaged, and begin to very slowly lift one leg at a time. Trying to keep our pelvis square to the floor here, keeping our core engaged really slow. This might be too much for you. It might even be enough just to gently lift one heel at a time. Obviously, hands can stay down here for extra support, and trying to softly draw those shoulders down as well. Good, so either marches or just heel lifts. Another good one here, once you're feeling up to it, you really need to make sure here that you come up slowly into your tabletop position. And if this is feeling okay here, you can also begin to gently lower one toe down at a time. So navel drawing in. Good. And the lower you send that leg, the more intense it's going to be. So you might even begin just with a soft little extension here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw back. And again, you've got that pelvic lift. So slow and controlled is the key here in all of these exercises. If anything doesn't feel good, don't do it. These are just the exercises that really helped me to repair following my birth. Another good one here that helped me reconnect with my core was to use a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, they're pretty cheap, only a few dollars from Kmart, but if you don't have one, you can probably use a cushion or a book or something like that. And you literally just pop it in between your legs. Sit up in your dandasana position, so that nice L-sit position here. And just thinking about gently squeezing your thighs in towards each other. So squeezing in. I even feel now, as I squeeze in through that block, my core is lighting up here. So that's another really good one here. Just keep squeezing, again, between 5 and 10. All of these exercises, just pick a couple a day or 3 a day that feel good to you once you feel up to it. Are you talking to me? And just one last little 2 cents I've got to say is that obviously any postpartum exercise is going to be really helpful, but I do firmly believe that within that first probably 10 to 12 week period after you do give birth, it is the pivotal time. And by that I don't mean go crazy on all the exercises, but really listen to your body. So rest if you need to rest. If you're feeling anything that you don't think is normal, go and see a pelvic floor physio. Go back and see your obstetrician or the hospital. But it's also really pivotal for letting our pelvic floor recover, letting that diastis recti recover. And I found once I reconnected to my core through doing all those exercises, then I could start strengthening again. Hopefully that was helpful and that made sense. Sorry, we'll cut short a little bit, but hopefully you can get something out of those exercises. Any questions, anything I didn't make clear, please pop on to Instagram or Facebook and yeah, connect with me. Hope you're having a beautiful day.